Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing a G.I Joe video. With no more further words, let's go ahead and get this done. Red Eye to Miami. Snake Eyes and Dr. Venom escaped from the Sukunin bunker in Sierra Gorda, only to be captured by the Cobra hit squad that had been massacring at the renegade government troops. The Baroness told Cobra Commander that she had killed the two of you. I guess it was up to me to show her and finish up her job. The job good and proper. Please, I'll do anything. I'll give you money. I have millions hidden in Zoch. Just don't shoot me. Let's do a favor and finish off this creep before he contaminates the gene pool. Wait, Cobra Commander wants to see their bodies. We shoot them here. We carry them. We'll make them walk to the airfield and shoot them there. What are we gonna do when we get to the airfield? And none of us know how to fly so. But I am fully qualified with fixed-wing, single, multi-engine certifications. Give me a plane and I can fly us out of this wretched jungle and where, Dr. Venom, the destination of your choice where all sorts of unpleasantness can happen like the likes of us? No. We'll see what happens to your friends when your mercenary pal Kewen feeding Bob the fishes at the bottom of the river with a knife. His fat and miss go back. Kewen was a troublemaker. He accidentally had sculptures besides. It was an accident. He was hit on the head at the doorframe. I tried to save him, but it was too late. Ichimos can't swim anyway. They never learn how to. If you fall into the water in the Arctic, you die. So there's no reason to mistrust me. I can fly the plane whatever you want, and I am an excellent pilot. You had better be a good pilot, Venom. Kewen, cause this old Misco likes a smooth ride when he flies. Let him up, Snake Eyes. It's over. Yeah, I said let him up. Like him or not, he's the only one of us that can fly out of this mess. The night at the airfield, guards and searchlights. Something must have happened here. G.I Joe 13 Denny. Two machine guns at the tower and an assault rifle at the base of the tower. Not good. And the other guard at the plane we want. Pablo, you want some of this sandwich? No, but I think I'll join you for a while. The bugs are eating me alive in this light. We'll want the big plane. It's a World War II British Ivro Lancaster bomber. The Spear fighters next to it don't have the capacity of the range we require. Shh. The guards are getting together. Give me some matches. I'm going into the back of the plane and sneak and smoke. You take a smoke. I'll handle the fatso. That's the entrance to the dorsal gun turret. Snake Eyes. Make yourself useful and cover the tower while I turn off the engines. You sure you can start this thing, Venom? Masterful fuel cock set to start. Fuel pumps and activated reacher ignite and interior starts engaged. Yes, I can start her. Just as I am sure our friend in the turret can operate those 303 Brownings. I'll take the engineering say. I am only single engine qualified, but I know enough to tell when our oil pressure is low or the manifold's too hot. If not, I have to turn my back on you. You've flown small planes. Perhaps you can spell me at the word controls or once we're up. Starting board, outboard, inboard engines running smoothly. Keep an eye on the tower, Snake Eyes. They'll know something's wrong now. The port outboard engines running circles. Port inbound engine isn't turning over. Stop those skyjackers, Julio. I'll call headquarters. Kewen, look at the flight manual. Can we take off with these engines? Impossible. We need all four rolling Roy's Merlins revving up to 2,500 ramps before we clear an inch off the tarmac. But I've got a plan to let the other three engines warm up a bit, so we might as well go back for a moment and take care of unfinished business. Go back. There's 2 machine guns in that tower. Yes, but there are 12 machine guns in those wings of the hard spear fires. You may fire when ready, Snake Eyes. No sense in getting up ahead of airborne queuing. If we lead them, this means they'll shoot us out of the sky. Headquarters, set up a truck blockade at the end of the runaway. Those crazy gringos can't possibly take out the interior starter motor. It's burning out on the port inboard engine. Can't lift off, Venom. This is a short runaway. We all need 4 engines. I figured the pulp of the dead engine will build up speed on the ground of the other 3 engines and hope that we can generate enough off an airstream. Over to kick the dead engine when I unfettered the prop and manually cut the fuel injection system. You mean to tell me that you're going to push start this thing? How can that work? It had better. The end of the runaway is unblocked. And they got us bolted from the end rear. Now, prop unfettered. Fuel mixture on the turnover curse. You turn over. They're getting away, but they lost their main landing gear. They'll never be able to land. Take the controls, Q, and my hands are a bit shaky right now. Best bone up on this flight manual, Venom. It's a long way to Florida. You can sit here on the radio operation stations and quietly study. But I'm warning you, Venom. The slightest hint of treachery from you will results. Oh, from you will result in excessive pain and permanent damage. Don't be paranoid, Q, and what harm could I do with the radio? I am hardly in a position to expect help from Cobra, even if I was able to send them a message in Morse. Tap, tap. They're all heading north. Get on that scrap metal off the runway and get that spare Spitfire out of the hangar and onto the air. Suddenly, we're hit. How? We're above the range for AC fire. No, ground fire. We're under attack from another aircraft. There it goes. It's a Spitfire. I thought Snake Eyes knocked them out of the ground. We have to start the hangars too. Better let me drive for a while. What if we level out and let Snake Eyes get a clear shot of him? Snake Eyes will never hit him. I'm not despairing Snake Eyes' marksmanship. It's just we're dealing with an experienced pilot. He turns us and attacks us from a blind spot. Snake Eyes can't disperse his gun mount for far enough to engage the target. Spitfire 3 to Alpha Base. I'm coming in for the kill. He hit us again. We can't outrun him. No, and we can't outclimb him either. But we can, maybe we can outdive him. Now, if we can just get below the accursed moonlight. There. Now, give his proportions time to dilate in the dark. And switch off all the running lights. Ah. Help me, Q, and pull the yoink back hard. We have to break out of the drive. Ah. You are good, pilot Venom. Too bad the weasel spirit lives in your belly like a cancer. I might have to carve it out for you someday. Meanwhile, in Cobra headquarters, this is wonderful news, Destro. We must tell Cobra Commander immediately. Commander, Dr. Venom is alive. We received a message from him in Morse code that he has a formula for the serum that will stabilize our plague toxin, and he is willing to forgive previous insertions if we will arrange for him a car and a lawyer to meet him in Miami. Of course, you were a bit hasty with him in Sierra Gorda, my dear Baroness. I should have known that a crafty devil like him would have covered all the probabilities. He never gave us the complete toxin. That's why the thermometer experiment went away. That still doesn't explain how you were able to anticipate the G.I Joe attack on the furniture factory, doesn't it, Destro? It was Scarface who tipped us on that one. Morning over the Gulf of Mexico. The bomb bay door seems to be slipping. If it opens, the excessive drag will decrease our range, endangering our chances of reaching Florida. Snake Eyes, could you lash out the door shut with some cable? Are you back there yet? Good. He falls. Found us there. Hang on, Shadow Man. Now help him, Qin. I doubt it. Kick him loose, Qin. He'll only weigh you down and make you fall. What makes you so sure I can't climb back with him kicking off? Stupid question. You underestimate the power of the bear spirit. The bear is stronger. The bear is angry. The bear hates the weasel. The bear wishes the weasel was dead. No, I'll be good. I don't know what came over me. I'm a sick person. I'm not responsible. Please. We're losing fuel and altitude. We have to reduce our weight immediately. Dump every single thing that isn't essential to the flight and navigation. Everything. Radio, guns, ammo, seats. Take the brake on the axis to chop off the bomb bay doors. Start out the single side panel. Every single ounce of weight will weigh against us making it to Florida. Miami report. Has he arrived yet? No, but Cobra headquarters is keeping us informed. I'm sure They are. Take me to the police headquarters. Miami Beach. Wouldn't you just look at that? Hadn't seen a sight like this in 40 years. A Lancaster limping in wing and praying didn't think there were any left. That thing on the horizon? What are you talking about, Sheldon? That's a big bird or a seagull or something. No. I doubt a Dover for 6 months before Normandy saw those lances of the wheel cubs on their way back from a passing roll bearing factory every morning. It does appear to be some sort of big airplane in trouble. We have no landing gear, Venom, and no clutches. How are we going to get this thing down without killing ourselves? We'll skip across the waves with all the flaps down, and that will slow it enough down to beach it without losing whole integrity. In other words, you're going to drag the tail and hope we don't spread ourselves all over this beach. Exactly. Dover, I didn't know you were in Doving during the war. Is that where the soul comes from? And wasn't there a song? How did that go? Dum dum dee dee dum. It was a scary time, Estelle. I guess I was too young and stupid to know how scary it really was. You were never stupid, Sheldon. Do you think I would have married a stupid person? I was pretty dumb, Estelle, and I remember sitting there and thinking about how dangerous it was to go up in one of those flacker tracks and risk getting shot by your beeves shot off. That's not dumb, Sheldon. That sounds pretty smart to me. Estella, I was thinking that I was sitting in a landing craft waiting to go in with the first wave of Rangers on Omaha Beach. When the other guys did call us, we called it a suicide attack. When we did it, it was just the first wave. It just shows you nothing is very scary unless you're supposed to be. Sheldon, there's sand in my drink. Climb out of there with your hands, Sheldon. Do something. Those men in that plane ruined my pina cola. What do you want me to do, Estelle? Call the cops? Miami Police Headquarters. Miami? Dexter? Sexter Morgan? Alright, bro. Sexter Morgan. Anyways, none of these guys are talking books, all John Does and getting their mugshots out of the feds. What do you say? Big lunk carrying a so big air cooler for Pete's sake. That's him. The gentleman in the middle is my client, Dr. Venom. I have here a wrist of Harvard corpse for his immediate release into my custody. This here is a wrist for all rights signed and property. This one walking Freddy cut, I'm loose and giving back a shoelace. Take the other two Class A felons up to detention. Toodle goo, boys. Have fun in the licensing plate shop. I can't figure it. That lawyer was here with the wrist an hour before the plane landed. Something, huh? Let's ride, Snake Eyes. We'll catch up to him someday. You shouldn't have baited them, Venom. Cobra Commander had to call in a lot of markets to get you in that wrist. It's tedious to say at least you should have shut up and walked out quietly, and that's not my style. I like to rattle the cage, and that's just what I intend to do back at Cobra headquarters. And that's going to be the end of this chapter. So we realize that Dr. Venom, Kewin, and Snake Eyes are all alive, so that's pretty big. It's nice to see them. I wonder what's going to happen with Kewin and Snake Eyes, considering that they're locked in prison. You think the G.I. Joes are going to come back for them? I would at least like to believe they would come back for them. Who knows, though? Hopefully the next issue covers that, or at least the next few issues. Because from the title, not the title, the artwork of the next issue, it looks like, I think his name's Hawk. Yeah, Hawk, Cobra Commander, and Destro are going to be all fighting, so that's going to be fun. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen next in the series. Well, with no more further words, that's all I had to say about this video and this little reading. So thank you for watching this video, and I appreciate you guys. May God bless you, and goodbye now. Bye, y'all.